We ask you to use the NCA Digital Media Hub or the electronic media boxes in the video workroom. You are, however, still allowed to take still photos. And then again, I'll give these to you later. The satellite coordinates for the high-definition feeds of all press conferences are posted in the media workroom, as opposed to me reading all these numbers. If you have any issues finding them, please just see me or one of the members of the media coordination team, and we can help you with those satellite coordinates. And then today is separate press conferences for each team's coach and then the student athletes for a duration of approximately 15 minutes. We'll probably won't go any longer. We can't go any longer than 15 minutes. And then for those of you joining us on Zoom, we will get the questions in the room first, and then we will look for anyone that's raising their hands on Zoom, and we will try to get your question in too. Where do you want him to sit? Okay. Hey, all right. Hey. Where do you want him to sit? You want him to sit right here? Okay. Got it.
You again?
Just make sure you're here. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Regional Semifinals in Philadelphia. Today is the practice day press conference for St. Peter's University. Joining us now is head coach Shaheen Holloway. Welcome to Philadelphia, and you're welcome to make an opening statement. Otherwise, we'll go right to questions.
Let's go right to the questions.
One of the comments I think you made, I think after the second round, you talk about the toughness of your kids being from Jersey and all this other stuff, which is probably true. But my question to you is that the kind of makeup of kid you're looking for with this program, and how much of your experiences you've been through this before as a player, how much of those experiences as a player that you bring to the table in coaching these guys up and helping them to be familiar with how to get through this kind of a situation?
Yeah, you know what? I made that comment. I was answering a question that was asked. But yeah, typically those are the type of kids I like to recruit. You know, guys that are under-recruited, you know, have a chip on their shoulder with something to prove. Tough, hard-nosed kids, tough-minded. You know, I'm a coach that really get after my guys, so you gotta be a tough kid and tough-minded to play for me. And as far as my experience in the tournament, I just try to share a little bit with them, but not too much, because I wanted it to be about them, not about me. Just, you know, enjoy the ride, you know, understand who we are and where we are, and continue to keep working hard.
Felix from HUD Post. Obviously, the Cinderella run has lifted the spirits of an entire nation. But can you talk about how it has provided a sense of community, togetherness, and support, specifically in Jersey City? And have you and your team have experienced it?
No, it's been great. You know, not just Jersey City, just in general, right? With the last 2 years with COVID and everything been so down and so dark, right now just a time where, you know, especially in Jersey City and New Jersey, everybody's rallied around us. It's been tremendous. I mean, the support has been unbelievable. And that's just something that, you know, even before the pandemic, you know, St. Peter's, when I got there, I made sure that we did a lot in the community. That's important to me. But even now, like the send-off we had last night to come down here, we had about, I would say 500 people there just to send us off. It was unbelievable.
Let's go third row. Right here, right there. Thank you. And then pass it over.
Yeah, Steve Edelson, Gannett, New Jersey. Hey, Shaw.
How you doing, Steve?
What is the biggest differences between the team that was 12 and 11 and this team right now?
The only difference is I would say is everybody's more confident now. You know, before we had a lot of guys that wasn't sure their roles on the team. A lot of guys that was still trying to find themselves and, you know, get back in shape and stuff like that. You know, I tell the story that the COVID pause actually helped us. You know, I know it messed a couple teams up, but it actually helped us. It got us a chance. We didn't play in 28 days, something like that. So you got a chance to have like a mini camp to get, you know, ready and get back. And since the COVID pause, the team has been a different team because they understand we kind of been locked in, you know, and follow the goal. And the goal was always be a defensive first team. Early on, we were trying to do some things that we couldn't do, but we kind of got a chance to get back focused.
Coley Harvey, ESPN. I'm
you doing?
curious, doing well. I'm curious about just the way this week has gone for you guys. You guys, you know, no one was really paying attention to you nationally, so to speak. There's been a little bit of a fame that's been attached to some of the players the last couple of days. How have they managed that with also trying to prepare for this game?
You know, it's funny. It's a thin line, right? These guys work their butt off to get to this point, you know, and I want these guys to get the attention that they're getting because it's good, but it's also a distraction, you know. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I let, you know, the media and everybody and the guys kind of do it. After yesterday, we kind of shut it down just to get back focused, understand that the task at hand, you know, we got to try to take care of business Friday night. But you know what? This group is good. You know, this group is older. You know, I got an older group, so the older guys understand, you know, what's at hand, and they kind of help the younger guys with it.
This team has been Purdue team has been referred to as a sort of a Noah's Ark type of team. You know, two of every
A Noah's what?
a Noah's Ark type of team. They got two of everything. When you were trying to prepare for them with so much to try to take away, is there anything you've tried to maybe focus on more than others in regards to just being the mandatory requirement to do well tomorrow night?
You trying to get a scout report for them? Sure. Now, you know what? Purdue is a great team, very well coached, great players. You know, it's hard, man. You got to pick and choose your poison. You know, they got two very good big guys down low. They got great guards. You just got to kind of do what you do, kind of make some adjustments, some tweaks, without trying to give up too much. But, you know, just go out there and play basketball, man. Just do what we've been doing the whole year. And, we're going to have a good scout report in place for them.
Josh?
Shaheen, Josh Verlin, City of Basketball Love. You got two guys in the program, Clarence and Ryan, with strong ties to Philadelphia. What sense have you gotten that this game means to them playing it here in the city that they're from?
Who's the second guy?
Ryan Whalen.
Ryan's from Jersey.
He went to St. Joe's.
No, you know what? Clarence, you know, for Clarence coming back home is tremendous for him, man. He's super excited. He's super happy. I'm happy for him. As far as Ryan, you know, Ryan is Ryan. Ryan hasn't slept in 2 weeks. You know, Ryan's been doing all the scouts. You know, he's right now just mentally out of it. So he's like a zombie. You know, but he's excited to be back, and I know he's a St. Joe's guy. But you know, right now we really not really thinking about all that. We just kind of think about trying to see what we could do with Purdue on Friday.
Jaden Daly, Daily Dose of Hoops. Shah, you spoke of your vision with this team and where you ultimately saw it. Can you just get us caught up to speed on how the journey's taken shape over the last 3 years and what it's led to at this moment?
No, it's been great. You know, I'll be honest with you, it's been great. You know, I got a lot of support at St. Peter's. You know, the administration has been unbelievable. And as far as the players, like, when you bring a group of guys in that kind of fit you and fit your personality and know what you want, you know, I've been very lucky to have, you know, a group of guys that are not just great on the court, like they're great in the classroom, they're great in the community. And when you got guys like that, it makes it very easy. So I'm just, you know, I'm the head of the snake. I'm here. I'm in practice. I'm this and that. But these guys are carrying the mission out to a T. You know, I don't think they get enough credit for what they're doing or what they did.
Middle blue shirt, the mask on.
Zach Braziller, New York Post. Shad, no 15 seed has ever gotten to the Elite Eight. You know, you guys are the first New York area team to even get to this point in 22 years. Can you just put into context what Friday night means?
No, it means everything, Zach. You know, like it's funny. Everybody keep talking about, you know, my team that played 22 years ago. Wow, jeez, getting old.
I'm old.
Like
I'm
we were
older than
together.
you.
She's my SID then. We were together. How about that? You know, it's great, Zach. You know, like you try not to think about that, right? I try not to put that kind of pressure on the team, right? We just try to take it one game at a time. But if that could happen, it'd be tremendous. I mean, unbelievable. Not just for New Jersey, like just for the tri-state area, period. To have a team representing an Elite Eight is something that, you know, you think about doing as a coach, right? It's hard to get to this point. So when you're here, you just got to continue to keep working and try to get further and further.
Got one in the back, microphone.
Adam Kilgore with the Washington Post. You mentioned the other day that you had a kid you weren't going to try to use in practice to try to mimic what Zach Edey does for Purdue.
It didn't happen.
It did happen.
It didn't happen. I tried.
Was
I
that
tried two of them. It didn't happen.
Was that Jerry that you tried with?
Yeah, I would try to do it with Jerry. You know, Jerry's good, you know, but, you know, big fella from Purdue, he's a different animal. Excuse me, a different player.
We pass to Dan Gelston.
How you doing? Dan Gelston, the Associated Press. Has Doug been sharing his chicken wings with everybody yet, now that he has the NIL deal?
Man, you know what? It's funny. You know, Doug and I had a conversation about that yesterday. Everybody's stomach was hurting yesterday, so I know why now. It's from the chicken wings.
I'm just curious. You know, you've had a quote of yours on a billboard already. He's getting kind of his 15 minutes of fame with the NIL deal and the mustache as a Twitter account. What are some of the, I guess, other maybe wilder things you've seen this week, and is there anything that's really stood out among the extraordinary images of the week?
You know, I try to keep it simple and for our guys. I didn't want it to get too crazy and too big. Obviously, you know, with the media attention, it's good and bad, right? But this team, like I said, they've been good. You know, they haven't been worried about too much. You can't keep them on social media, so obviously, you know, they're reading a lot of things. But for the most part, I haven't seen a difference in them. These guys just been level-headed, kind of even quote, so just kind of keep it that way.
Shaheen, Jerry Carino from Gannett, New Jersey. What is the message that your players send to every under-recruited, underrated kid who has big dreams?
Just keep working. Keep believing in yourself. You know, understand it's a process. Things not going to happen overnight, right? You got to go to a place that best fits you and do what you do, trying to do. Not worry about the name in front of New Jersey, right? Kind of just worry about the opportunity that you have. And for us, and that's why I really like this group. You know, they came in, they believe in my vision. Think about it. When the last time a group, somebody played 12 guys double-figure minutes? You know, I've been trying to do that since my first year. And people said that you can't do that, you can't do that. And now I see everybody's doing it now. You know, all the teams that's winning have 10 guys playing double-figure minutes. So just believe in yourself, kind of go a place that fit what you're trying to do, and anything is possible.
We're going to try to take one or two questions from the Zoom room. Mark Ernay. Go ahead, Mark.
Thanks. Coach, you talked about how your guys have been dealing with the distractions earlier this week. Obviously, there's a lot of news about you and what may lie ahead. How have you been able to block out all of the extra noise the last few days?
Yeah, I don't worry about stuff like that. I don't deal with rumors. I don't deal with all that type stuff. I just kind of focus on the task at hand. The task at hand is try to, you know, beat a good Purdue team on Friday night, and that's been my focus ever since last Saturday night.
We'll go one more in the Zoom room. Daryl Johnson. Go ahead, Daryl.
Yes, good morning. You talked about, your makeup and the makeup of the team being, making them built for this moment. Can you give us some examples of something you've gone through, something one of your players has gone through that made you ready for this moment?
Well, I don't make this about me. This is about the players. If you look at our track record since I've been here, our non-conference schedule has kind of been built around that. My first year we played at Auburn, South Carolina, North Carolina State, Clemson. Then the second year we played at UConn, Providence, St. John's, Maryland. This year, obviously, St. John's, Maryland. So I kind of, have these guys ready to play against big-time teams. So these guys, that's why I don't think these guys are intimidated by anybody, because these guys just go out and play basketball and have fun.
We are out of time. I know you're not sad about that, right? So we are going to dismiss Coach Holloway, and then we will bring in the St. Peter's student athletes.
Perfect.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Good luck tomorrow. Take care. Again, a reminder, try to also make eye contact with our microphone holders. Yes. Okay, I think we're ready. Thanks, Dan. Yep, thank you. Again, please state your affiliation before asking the question, and we'll get as many as we can in the room and then try to get to Zoom as time allows. Just find your name and grab a seat. Hi, how are you? This is the Practice Day press conference for St. Peter's University. Joining us are student athletes Darryl Banks III, Vicini Drame, Casey Nadefu, Hassan Drame, Matthew Lee, and Doug Eddard. What we'll do right now is that we're going to just start with questions. So again, identify yourself after you receive the microphone. Start over here. And please address, if you're going to address a student athlete, please go directly to them.
Austin Pedalolo, Trend the Philly Hoops. This could be for any one of you guys, but Shaheen always talks about being North Jersey tough, New York tough. What does that look like?
Let's start. Hassan, do you want to start us off?
Hey guys, well, Coach always talk about Jersey and New York toughness. He always mean that for those who are familiar with New York and Jersey basketball, you always know one thing about them: they will never back down, no matter what the challenge is, because they were born, and when they were growing up playing basketball, they always learn how to challenge when they're playing.
We'll go to Darryl.
Yeah, so it's just being on this coast, being in New York and New Jersey, you have a different type of toughness, a different type of swag with you when playing a game of basketball. It's always like a chip on your shoulder, really. It's just a different breed of basketball, and that's what all of us embrace when we play.
Question.
Chris Murray, Philadelphia Sunday Sun. My question to you guys, Coach talked about that chip that you guys have on your shoulders and whatnot. Was that something that you guys carried with you in these first 2 rounds? No one gave you a chance to beat obviously Kentucky and all that, and then you beat a really good Murray State team. So I was just wondering, how much does that fuel you guys throughout your practices? How much do you think about that, the fact that you're in this moment now?
Well, I feel like we've had that all year round. You know, this is who we are, and just being able to be on the big stage and finally show that this is what we do, and, you know, this toughness and chip on our shoulder is what we bring to the table. And definitely in practice, you know, Coach thrives on and shows us that we should bring that passion and that determination to the game and towards practice every day.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. I think that everybody on our team has a chip on their shoulder, especially our coach too. We're all looking to prove ourselves as a program, as a basketball team, and it starts in practice. Everyone's trying to compete against each other, so we can be able to execute the game plan for whatever game we're about to play. And up until recently, the chip on our shoulder is just getting bigger and bigger. We're still trying to prove ourselves. We're not satisfied with anything right now, and we're going to continue to keep that going.
Jerry?
Jerry Carino, Gannett, New Jersey. Guys, what is the message to every kid out there who's underrated, under-recruited, but has big dreams to be on a stage like this?
One of you want to start? Hassan or Doug?
Well, my message to any kid that's being under-recruited and considered an underdog is just to keep putting in hard work. Hard work always prevails. The cream always rises to the top. So as long as you keep working hard and putting in the work, you're gonna be good.
My message to those kids is, no matter what, like I always say, is about timing. Time will always tell. The time that you're working, never expect something. People's opinion is their opinion. Opinion is a form of judgment. So you can never ever take other opinion and judge yourself at that moment. You always have to believe in yourself.
This is mainly for you, Doug. I'm just curious what your week has been like this week, getting some of the endorsements that you have, but also still trying to focus on Friday. How have you been able to balance that?
Yeah, no, my whole focus is 100% on basketball. I'm really focused on this game. We look forward to keep whatever we're doing the same. We're going to keep that going to Friday. The only thing that matters right now is beating Purdue and moving on. I mean, the week's been crazy. It's been crazy since we got here for all of us, really. And we're trying to get our priorities straight, but it's very clear that our priority is getting the win.
Thank you. Josh?
Josh Verlin, City Basketball Love. Casey, or really if any of you guys can specifically answer this question, it can be open to anybody. But Clarence is from Philadelphia. I was just wondering if any of you guys have talked to him specifically about coming home and what this game means to him to be played here in Philadelphia. And if not, just what you feel like he's brought to the team this year.
Casey, why don't you address that? Thank you.
Yeah, most definitely. We know this is Clarence's hometown. You know, he's very hyped about coming back home and representing back home and, being on this big stage his freshman year. And Clarence definitely has bring a lot of passion and definitely drive to our team. He's a big part of our team and what we do here. Having a kid from Philadelphia, they have toughness too. So just having him on this team and aboard here is just a great thing.
Tom Brew from Sports Illustrated, Purdue. Daryl, can you tell us a little bit about what just that emotional ride is like, though, from going through last weekend and winning a couple games and then having some time off and then trying to get back into basketball mode here in the last day or two?
Doing what we're doing right now is just going to go down in history. All the hard work we put in is paying off at this time. But like we've said earlier, we're not done yet. Once it happened, the next day we're moving past it. The past is the past. We got to focus on the next game and the game plan, and we're just gonna go out there, execute, give it our all, and that's it.
Back to Dan Gelston. In the back. the green. Oh, okay, go ahead, go ahead.
Zach Brazil, New York Post. I guess Casey, I ask for you. Could you just put in context what this opportunity means? No 15 seed has ever made an Elite Eight. It's 22 years since a New York City area team has even gotten to this stage, and you guys have gone from basically off the radar to kind of the sports story in the country right now.
This is an amazing opportunity. This opportunity is surreal, and our feelings are surreal. But just staying the course and sticking to the game plan and executing the game plan is our main focus, and just staying consistent with what we do is what we're trying to do here. Being the underdogs and being doubted is what we thrive off of, and we're just trying to keep that mindset and keep on doing what we're doing.
Up here in the front.
Felix from HuffPost. I just want to have your reaction, guys. There was a tweet that said, "I'm cracking up about how the commentators keep acting surprised that the St. Peter's men's basketball team don't seem scared of this moment. Of course they're not. These guys have to cross Kennedy Boulevard every day. That is way scarier than this game. Can you guys tell me how you guys are facing the pressure for Friday night?"
Let's start with Matthew.
Yeah, crossing Kennedy Boulevard could be tough sometimes. But no, we don't feel any pressure. We're just here to play basketball, and it's something we've been doing our whole career. Even though it's a bigger stage, at the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Doug, do you want to address that?
Yeah, that's funny what Matt said. It is a little difficult crossing there. But in regards to that, I would say that. What was the question? There's no pressure at all. Honestly, there's no pressure at all. I think that there's nothing to be scared of. There's nothing really that's different now. We've been playing basketball this whole season. We had our ups and downs, and we're just gonna look forward to keep executing the game plan and just keep doing what we've been doing.
Thank you, Dan.
Dan Gelson, Associated Press. This is for Doug. Doug, we saw this week your chicken wing deal. You have a sweatshirt line out. And is there anything else that's out that we haven't seen yet?
No, nothing right now.
Have you turned down deals or opportunities?
I haven't been really looking at it as much. Like I said, I'm focused on getting the win on Friday.
And what kind of comes with your chicken wing deal? Like, what do you get out of that?
What happened?
What do you get from Buffalo Wild Wings? Is it like food for the team for you or the week?
With all due respect, no comment. Sorry.
Go back to next to Dan, and then we'll go to Zoom.
Hey, Dan McQuaid, Defector Media. Coach talked about how you guys sort of, the COVID break sort of helped you guys when you didn't play for a while. What sort of changed after that? This is for anybody.
The COVID break put us on pause, and it kind of put a perspective on things for us, how the game could be taken away from you at any second. So just thinking about that, we knew that when we came back, we had to really lock in and really focus and buy into what Coach is telling us. And ever since then, the season went up from there.
Husseini, do you want to address that?
Yeah, like Daryl said, it was just a blessing for us because it was like an eye-opening for us.
Okay, let's take a question from Zoom. Jennifer Label. Go ahead, Jennifer.
Hi, yes, I'm Anna Lively with Sports Illustrated Kids, and I was just wondering from the player's perspective what it means to you guys to feel that you've been able to represent all the people from your community and just knowing that you've been the underdogs but being able to overcome all the adversity throughout your season so far.
Doug, you ready for that?
Yeah, it's been awesome. It feels amazing to be an inspiration to people, especially young kids who may one day be in our shoes that we are in now. And it just means a lot to all of us that we're inspiring people every day of what we're doing. And with hard work, you can achieve anything.
Matthew?
Yeah, like Doug said, it's a blessing for us to be on this stage and put on for our cities and our family back home. But like he said, just inspiring the youth that could be in our shoes just showing them that anything is possible is really our main goal.
And one more from Zoom, Garrett Lash. Go ahead, Garrett.
Hey guys, I'm Garrett Lash with Mid-Major Madness. So kind of statistically all season, it's kind of been reflected that the defense is the strength of your team, and it definitely makes sense with some of Coach Holloway's comments all year. But in the tournament, offensively, you guys have been fantastic against the likes of Kentucky and Murray State. Is there something that you guys have been focusing on to help, that you feel like has really made it all come together? Or is this just what you guys have been doing all year and it's just, on the biggest stage now?
Yeah, so we like to say that our defense leads to our offense. If we take care of the defensive end, our offense is going to come second, and it's going to usually flow. If we come into the game worried about our offense, that's usually when we struggle. And Coach has just been harping on us being sharp, running through our sets hard, and that's really what it's been.
Okay, we have time for one more quick question.
Zach Braziller, New York Post. When you guys have watched film of Purdue, they're big, they have size, they have really talented guards. Is there any, intimidation factor or just kind of, what you guys are going up against here?
Casey, you want to take that, please?
Yeah, like they said before, it's just basketball. I don't think you should go into any game being intimidated by anybody. As a person yourself, I don't think you should be intimidated by anything. But we're just trying to execute the game plan. Go into it with the same mindset of beating these guys, and just taking it one step at a time. Just focusing on the scout, focusing on practice, and then going into the game tomorrow and executing the game plan.
All right, thank you very much. Best of luck to you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Reminder,
Thank
you
you.
guys are dismissed.
Thank you.
Recording this press conference will be available in the NCAA Digital Media Hub at nca.verit1.com. Transcripts are provided by AP and will be posted shortly. And again, the satellite coordinates are posted in the media workroom. Thank you for joining us. Our next press conference is with student athletes from Purdue at 12:10.